Welcome, dear friends. Today, I want to share with you 4 powerful stories. Each one carries a lesson about kindness, about compassion, and about the choices we make when others need us. Sometimes, helping someone doesn't cost much. Maybe just a word, a hand, or a little sacrifice. But refusing to help can cost us a lifetime of regret. So sit back, listen closely, and let these stories remind us why the world needs more kindness. Story 1. The Donkey Who Refused to Help. Once upon a time, in a small bustling town, lived a kind merchant. He owned 2 donkeys, Romy and Shunny. Every day, they carried loads of goods, rice, salt, and grains, across the hills to a nearby village. One morning, Romy felt weak. His legs trembled. His head felt heavy. Yet, the merchant, unaware of his sickness, loaded both donkeys equally. As they climbed the rocky path, Romy whispered to his friend, Shunny, "Brother, I'm not well today. Please, take just 1 sack for me. If you help me, I might survive the journey." But Shunny turned his head and replied coldly, "Your problem is your problem. I won't carry your burden." Romy stayed silent, struggling in pain. Step by step, his body gave up. Suddenly, his foot slipped on a rock. He tumbled down the slope. And in a single moment, Romy was gone. Shunny stood frozen. His heart sank with guilt. He cried, "Brother, forgive me. You asked for just 1 sack, and I refused. If only I had helped." The merchant picked up all the fallen goods and placed them on Shunny's back. Now, Shunny carried not only his own load, but also the weight of his lost friend. The burden he once refused became his punishment. This story reminds us, 1 sack of kindness can save a life, but 1 moment of selfishness can create a lifetime of regret. Story 2. The Neighbor Who Ignored the Fire. In a quiet village, 2 neighbors lived side by side. One night, as the stars shone, smoke began rising from one of the huts. A small fire had started. The man living next door saw it. He thought to himself, "It's not my problem. Let them deal with it." And he went back to sleep. But the fire spread quickly. By morning, the entire hut was gone. The family inside lost everything: their clothes, their savings, even their shelter. Later, the selfish neighbor discovered something terrifying. That very night, the wind had shifted. If it had blown the other way, his own hut would have burned too. He sat in silence, realizing, by refusing to help when he could, he not only lost a neighbor, he lost his own peace forever. The fire we ignore in someone else's life may one day spread into ours. Story 3. The Farmer and the Stuck Cart. One rainy evening, a poor farmer was returning from the market with his wooden cart. The road was muddy, and his wheels got stuck deep in the ground. He pushed. He pulled. But the cart would not move. Several passers-by walked past him. Some looked and laughed. Others shook their heads, saying, "Not our problem." Then, an old man came by. He was weak, his clothes torn. But he stopped. He said, "Let me help you, brother." Together, they pushed with all their strength. The cart moved, slowly, until at last, it rolled free. The farmer, with tears in his eyes, offered him food and money. But the old man smiled and said, "Today it was you. Tomorrow it may be me. Helping each other is how we survive." And that day, the farmer learned, a little kindness doesn't make us weaker. It makes us stronger, together. Story 4. The Lost Child in the Market. In a crowded marketplace, a little boy cried. He had lost his mother. No one stopped. People walked past, too busy, too distracted. Then, a woman carrying her own groceries noticed him. She knelt down and wiped his tears. "Don't be afraid. We will find her together." Holding his tiny hand, she walked through the crowd, asking every vendor. At last, they found the mother, weeping and searching. The moment she saw her child, she embraced him tightly, whispering prayers of relief. The woman walked away quietly, without waiting for thanks. But in her heart, she knew, she had returned hope to a broken soul. Sometimes, the smallest act can mean the world to someone else. 4 stories. 4 lessons. The donkey, the neighbor, the farmer, and the woman in the market all remind us of one truth. Helping others is not a burden. It is a blessing. When someone cries for help, whether with words or in silence, do not turn away. Because tomorrow, it might be you in need. Never wait for the day when you whisper, "If only I had helped." So my dear friends, let us choose kindness. Let us share burdens.